Was the year I made my intro. By 2020 I was kicking hoes, though. Was getting depressed by 2021. Hoes did all that talking but couldn't get it done. By 2022 I holler, fuck all these hoes. Had these bitches running like a drippy coke of nose. Now it's 23 and I'm still undefeated. The way I run that game, poor please thinking that I cheated. 100% pure beat. Ain't no cutting me. 100% pure beat. What the fuck you mean? 100% pure beat. Yeah, I'm born and bred. 100% pure beat. You heard what I said.
Man, they come low on this shit, this 4
Bitches starting to act like a flock of vegan sheep. All this making it fun, what happened to the beat? Mopey's hopefully playing like kids hide and seek. Complaining that I go too hard, they call the boys on me. Forensics had to take it off, they called it emergency. Bagged up all the evidence, trying to build a case on me. Sent it off for testing, yeah, they got my DNA. But I ain't even tripping, cause the results gon' say I'm 100% pure beat. Qualified by pedigree, 100% pure beat. Certified by the street, 100% pure beat. Yeah, I'm born and bred, 100% pure beat. You heard what I said.
born in the pink, 100% pure beat, pure on blank. Demetra lit all day, rock around, pound for pound, showing y'all how I boogie down.
Good morning and welcome back to Lit Lane. I am Demetra Lit All Day, so proprietor of the Demetra Lit All Day channel, otherwise known as Lit Lane. It is Tuesday morning, and what a morning to wake up with some more yay news. I didn't go to sleep on it last night, didn't see it last night, but I definitely saw it this morning. So shout out to everybody. Please hit the like. If you're catching us on the replay, drop down in the comments and let me know you made the replay. One moment. All right. So before I took my stroll this morning, as I was taking my stroll down YouTube timeline this morning, upon awakening, I saw up on the Breakfast Club because I didn't, and I'm subscribed to Kanye. Or yay, I still call him Kanye. Okay. Good morning, pretty eyes, Shannon girl. Good morning. Don't you supposed to be doing some work? But I ain't gonna tell if you don't tell. Good morning, ooh la la. I like that name. Ooh la la. I like that name. So this morning on Breakfast Club, and then my homegirl, pretty eyes, Shanny. You was a couple of minutes behind me because I saw on the Breakfast Club when they was talking about the fact that Kanye West or Ye had just dropped a new song called Cousins, right? And so I heard that, and then I heard that first, and then I checked my email, and Pretty Eyes Shannon, about she was doing all that hard work she do up there. She had time to fit it in and send me a text message with a link. And the link took me directly to the song. I was like, girl, we thinking the same thing at the same time. So thank you, girl. So Kanye West dropped this new song called Cousins, okay? And it's going to be a definite talk point. A definite talk point in social media, in the blogs, at the barbershops, at the beauty shops. It's going to be talked about. And so, of course, we're going to talk about it here on Lit Lane. Now, Kanye's song, I'm going to play a snippet here, and it has the lyrics on the screen. So let's do that first. Let me take Kanye Big Head down. Hold on, let me see. Let me take his big head down. All right.
Hanging with my cousin, reading dirty magazines. We seen two niggas kissing, we ain't know what that shit mean. Then we start reenacting everything that we had seen. That's when I gave my cousin head, gave my cousin head, gave my cousin head, I gave my cousin head.
All right. Shout out to Kanye and his artistry, right? Good morning, Tracy Whitehead. Good to see you this morning, Pit Crew member, jury box member. So let's talk about it. Hanging with my cousin, reading dirty magazines. We see some niggas kiss, and we didn't know what that shit mean. Then we start reenacting everything that we had seen. That's when I gave my cousin head. Okay. So what's your first thoughts? Damn. Oh, I knew that nigga was gay, or he on some weird shit, or what do you think? He just doing this for publicity? My first thought about it was damn. You know, I don't think it make him homosexual at all. But what I do understand, and it's very interesting, and I'm waiting to see how the public in general deal with this, right? Because what is it? It's two children. So is it child abuse? Is it sexual abuse when it's two kids? Right? Is it the homosexual who was the aggressor? Is this something natural? Is this something not natural? That's what it brought up for me. And quite honestly, when I hear somebody when he came out with this, I can see that can happen. I can remember, when, with me being 47, things have changed so significantly that finding porn and hold on. Hold on. Okay, I'm coming out. All right, where was I? I was just about to get real deep and heavy around here, okay? So this may be triggering to some, trigger warning, take care of yourself. However, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the fact what was going on 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying? 25 years ago, when it wasn't such great access and ease of access to like pornography, any sorts of pornography. You know what I'm saying? It was a big thing, and it was a challenge to get your hands on pornography with growing up and being curious as a child in the 80s. You had to find some VHS tapes. You had to wait till everybody was gone to watch them. It wasn't a matter of just going on your phone and seeing something, you know. And at those points in time when kids would find that kind of stuff, I can remember having found that kind of stuff with my cousins. And you do look, you do get curious. Now with boys, I don't know because I'm not a boy. But what I do know is that I always seen it depicted whereas young juvenile boys, and they don't be homosexual just to speak of, but I think it might be a white guy thing or something like that. But they actually get in a whole little circle and do all that together, and they don't think they're gay. I think it's a slippery slope. And I think the reason that Kanye West came out and admitted this is because it's probably obviously something he didn't carry with him his whole life. Can you imagine the questions that come with that? With him being the older cousin, I heard them go elaborate on the Breakfast Club. With him being the older cousin, with him being the one who found the porn, with him being the one who showed it to his cousin, and him, you know, giving fellatio, as he said, to his younger cousin, I'm pretty sure that made him, he been walking around with the question of, does that make him an abuser? Do that make him the one who got some type of strange affliction that wanted to take advantage of? Does that make him gay? And as a man who consider himself heterosexual, that's got to be a big burden to carry. But what should he be carrying? Should he just understand the fact that he was, even that was years ago when he was a child? What's your thoughts on that? You know, I don't think that would be a situation where as he is literally an abuser in that situation. It's real deep and profound to just think about it, right? Of course, people gonna just latch on to the fact of oh, Kanye West is gay. Oh, I knew he was a yag, all that kind of stuff. But really, it's a bigger picture than that. Times are way different than they used to be now. People don't talk about it a lot, but back in it, it's so much awareness now that have the things don't have the opportunity to happen as much. Right. They was curious as kids. Right. But yeah, I don't understand. Here I go. And I've said this before at some point. So, hey, it is what it is. But I can remember being young and playing hide and go get it. You know what I'm saying? And hide and go get it. You go hide and stuff supposed to be hide and seek, but really everybody going to go hide in these little nooks and crannies and stuff like that, so you can kind of like fake kiss and stuff and fake make out or something. You know what I'm saying? Just being hot, just being grown, probably just being curious and what's the word? And mischievous. Cause that's why we went in, because we're doing something you ain't supposed to do. Don't know exactly what you're doing, but you have some type of, idea from the movies, or maybe if you just heard something or something like that, and we would do that. We would go play hide and go get it. And now as an adult and in the time, that we in now, I look at that like, okay, and now I'll be more mindful of boys and girls can't just play together like that unsupervised a whole lot. That's the adjustments I've made. Tracy say, especially if they're probably in middle school, that's when the hormones start going crazy. Right, right. And it used to be a point in time when the boys, like I said, when pornography was something that wasn't on your phone, carried around in your pocket constantly. When it wasn't like that, and you had to have VHS tapes, or you had to actually have a Playboy magazine and get your hands on something physically, they would do it in groups. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like, as soon as you find something and finally get your hand on something nasty, that's how we say it, right? Oh, I found something nasty. You didn't want to keep that to yourself. You wanted to show somebody else. Y'all wanted to look at it and wonder together. Oh, what you think? Ooh, all that type of shit. And of course, when you in a group together, things happen. So this gonna be real interesting, and I wonder how many people gonna also come out and just say different things that happened with them as a child and how the public gonna address it. I think we just come into a period of mm, I would say more honesty, a more honest period of time where people are able to more so embrace different things that would normally have some type of trauma. Like this would have been traumatic to him, right? Years and years and years, decades of carrying his deepest, darkest secrets around, right? It's traumatic. And I think we're really in a time and place where we're more able to heal. We're more able to understand that we only as sick as the secrets we keep. We're more able to outwardly express who you are. Right now is the time where people can more so be who they want to be more openly now than any other time, probably. That's truly how I feel. And the only way you can really enjoy that type of freedoms is to truly avail yourself to it. Kanye got all the money in the motherfucking world. He got all these different things going on. He is yay to God. Why should he be burdened with these type of secrets and stuff like that? No, he can free himself and know it ain't gonna change nothing about his situation or nothing. Now moving right along. I should have had a picture. Let's talk about real quick Kevin Gates, right? Mm-hmm. Now Kevin Gates gonna say some crazy shit the other day. I should have had a picture, but I didn't know I would talk about this. But Kevin Gates gonna have this had the audacity to go online talking shit about LeBron James and his wife Savannah. Let me take this down. And he gonna say that when he saw LeBron come out at the game and do his little secret handshake with his wife Savannah, that he could tell that he was bothered by the way that LeBron James' wife was looking at him. And he said it didn't come across as though LeBron's wife paid enough honor or enough give him enough, what's the word? Like honor him enough. Like she just treated him like he was the next man down the street, and she didn't edify or worship LeBron James enough. Good morning, Sean P. Welcome back. First, who wants advice from Kevin Gates? Kevin Gates at any given moment is a fucking bipolar, goddamn schizophrenic with god doggone altered delusional thinking at times. He ain't stayed married to and had no family or nothing close to how LeBron James's family has been. Nowhere close to that. And yet he had an audacity to sit on social media on a large platform and talk about some man who he say he respects, who he say he admires. But yet you disrespect that man, his family, and his whole goddamn everything right then and there. Like what? So is this a time and age of honesty, like I was just alluding to and talking about, or is this a time of the major goddamn clout chase? Anything for clout, anything for clicks, anything for views, anything to go in the blogs. Now LeBron James, he answered back. I didn't know I was gonna talk about this, but he answered back with a picture on his Instagram or social media, whatever one, with a picture with him and his wife talking about he ain't got time to listen to pretty much like peons and minions talking about Kevin Gates. Okay. Because no matter what, Kevin Gates' money ain't touching nowhere close to goddamn Sean LeBron James' money. Period. What you mean, Shannon? Yeah, Kevin should not have said his wife's name. Oh, yeah, LeBron Wade. Yeah. And he running around with a goddamn porn star wrapped up in a goddamn hijab, a Muslim whole outfit covered from head to toe when she is the last hooker. And ain't his wife on a farm somewhere by herself drinking? Who in the hell want to take advice from him? And who he think he is to even put his mouth on it? And I really think this is one of the situations right here as a man and keeping it hood. I really do believe that when LeBron James see Kevin Gates again, they're going to have to go ahead and run that fade. Period. This is the type of situation right here, right now, that actually it's not about how old you is and how much money you got. It's about keeping it real. Keeping it trill, keeping it real. Next time LeBron James see Kevin Gates, if they paths across, now not on no red carpet nowhere, that'd be tacky. Okay. Not in no big event, that'd be tacky. Okay. But catch his motherfucking ass somewhere in the bathroom at one of them events or in the parking lot or something like that or something. And he need to beat Kevin Gates up. He have to. I mean, I'm just saying. Kevin Gates will talk about how he admire him and that's his friend and everything. Well, they friends and shit. They need to go in the backyard, swear up, and go ahead and handle this. And then after that, Kevin Gates needs to apologize to Savannah genuinely. And then they need to not even fuck with him no more. You know? So that's what I was thinking about this morning, you guys. And that's what I had seen outside the sector early on today. Kanye West with his cousin, his own cousin, talking about he gave his. Now, let me say this. Oh, Lord. Let's go back to the Kanye West thing. I got to say this. Hey, viewers of you. Y'all heard what my commentary is. My commentary is, is children being overexposed, children doing experimentation, natural curiosity, all that, I don't, y'all heard my commentary. Now, yes, it's going to be some furniture movement. Okay, sure. Now, back on Kanye West, I got to add this in. Now, he said this started like around 9 or 6 or something like this, but he said he gave his cousin fellatio, fellatio until he was 14. Now I gotta address this. The natural curiosity, the exploration, the all those type of things. I get that, right? I just talked about that. However, that natural shit, I'm saying that from maybe 6 to 10, 11, you should they definitely have more awareness and shit like that. 10, 11 is really getting to the point where you should naturally have a little bit more maturity to know and common sense to know you need to not be doing that for real, right? And then 12, 13, 14, that's full grown. No. If he still was doing that, giving his cousin head till he was 14 himself, now that's some strange shit there. You know what I'm saying? At 14, that's a conscious decision. That's a sexual driven decision. A sexually driven decision. I'm trying to say. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Now that tell 14 shit, that puts it in a whole different realm. Oh Lord. Bijou said dirty version. I wound up with a pot belly full of semen, almost drowned. Oh, is that that's a verse on Kanye West song for real? Let me look.
And I know these niggas start to judge me now. And I know they niggas about to judge me now. Told it off when we was hanging now. I was my cousin not to tell nobody. Please won't tell me take it to my grave. Truth will set you free someday. I don't think they understand that I'm not attracted to a man. They thought I was gay.
Who in the hell is in the back? Oh. Bijou, welcome to the lane. Well, that was a good verse. You know what I'm saying? Like that verse that you wrote, that's actually a great damn verse. I can hear. I wound up with a pot belly full of semen, almost drowned. Sound good to me? Shit, you know. Not day drinking. So So what do y'all think? I know this is a very sensitive topic, and it is something that, I made jokes and but I was dead serious about playing games of hide and go get it as a child myself. I remember when people used to say you getting booty, and that might just simply mean you. I can remember saying getting booty, and all that meant was you be all hunching on each other. Uh, 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 Cause you didn't heard it on a movie. You didn't fucked around and woke up in the middle of the night. You didn't heard your mama saying something or something like that. Hey, Dog Milton 3, you know. So it's not. I just don't think that people talk about things like that. But I ain't live in no backwoods place. I didn't live in no god doggone none of that type of stuff where it was just so weird and unheard of. I refuse to believe that people are just don't. I don't know. We just know better and we do better now. Bijou say all our black famous musicians and actors are confirmed to mostly be either down low, gay, or bi. But truth be told, you gotta prefer one or the other. I don't think most of our black famous. I don't think. I think that's kind of a stretch. But you you know, I don't know. But I think like when what's his name? Oh, I wanted to show that too. Terrence Howard. I guess maybe I'll come back and we'll talk about Terrence Howard because I feel like I'm in a talkative mood today. So I might come and get that commentary. I've been waiting to get that commentary. So y'all can let me know in the comments what y'all think. You don't have to be as open as I am, but this is just food for thought. It's a lot of issues that play with this Kanye West thing. A lot of big issues. Good things to talk about. Taboos, abuse, sexuality, honesty, willing to be honest to a fault if it helps you free yourself up, are you willing to go through different public speculation and criticism if it really just helps you to free up what you need to do? How willing are you to heal yourself? So, what Terrence Howard topic? Terrence Denzel went to Diddy parties. He would let men give him top, shaking my damn head. Well, let me say this about Denzel Washington. Who knew that Denzel Washington had been a long time heroin addict? Who knew? I didn't know. A lot of people didn't know. Majority of people did not know that Denzel Washington for years and years and years was supporting a huge heroin addiction. Hey, Leo. Good to see you, Leo. Glad you're in good spirits. Yeah, he had been doing heroin and he would clean up in order to do a movie and then stop you to keep on going, go back to use it. Hey, Brooklyn Beauty 718. So if Denzel Washington doing the big H, riding the horse, yeah, he might have got into some sexual proclivities or activities or what have you. Now I don't know that to be true though. Now, Terrence Howard went on this other podcast like a few weeks ago, almost a month ago, and he was talking about how P. Diddy tried to come on to him. But more than that, I love the way Terrence Howard talked about his masculinity, period, as just being man, and then more importantly, as being a black man. I love the things he had to say. I love his and Terrence Howard gets on my nerves. I don't like Terrence Howard that much. I like his movies and stuff, but y'all know I get an attitude with any. I'm very old. I don't know what you call it. Fuck it. I'm Demetra, right? So the bottom line is this: once I know that you don't have no black wife, I kind of be like, okay, I'm sorry. That's just my prejudice. It's my natural prejudice and everything. I'm trying to work on it, but I ain't there yet. Okay. So once I saw that he had an Asian wife and all that type of stuff, I really was. He Aaron, you become just okay to me, right? So as I'm listening to that interview, Shannon, you know that's true too. I have a natural bias, right? So this interview, where normally I turn him off and tune him out, this interview, the things he was saying, it actually had me, it garnered him more a little bit more respect for me, I guess I would say. And then I really like the things he said. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and get that interview together because there was some talking points I really wanted to talk to y'all about. And I think I'm gonna come back and do commentary on that. Okay, I'm gonna try to come back, not try. I'm gonna be coming through and doing more of this type content over here on Lit Lane. Me trying to voice myself or me trying to talk my way into doing sector news on the beef sector, I see now that that's not really what I'm interested in. I'm really not. So I just got to start delivering the content and stuff that I am interested in. So y'all stay tuned. And let's see what we talk about next. Just bring sure y'all bring y'all thinking caps. Cause Lit Lane, we finna get back into just straight talking about some issues, topics, and all that kind of stuff. If you have an idea or a topic you want to talk about or a story or something, let me know in my comments, Lit Lane. Help me um to get Lit Lane going in that direction. Okay. All right. Thank y'all for coming through. Thank y'all for sharing the video. Thank y'all for participating. And I shall see y'all later.